Jericho fell down flat. I'm sure you guys are wondering why this apropos girl is dancing like this. Let me show you the video I saw. You see, this Ozo and NENGI's drama is becoming more interesting by the day. Like, they're giving us content. The whole back and forth is giving us something to talk about. Now, what does this mean? The boy is there sleeping jeje and she's restless. Even the first day that she did that her wall of Jericho, she was one that was restless. He was just there trying to sleep. And I'm like, what is the point of doing wall of Jericho when, hey, why am I breathing like this? This is a small dance. Okay. I said, what is the point of building wall of Jericho when you will not now be restless? Now the wall of Jericho has gone. She woke up, looked at him. She kept sitting down. No. After a while, she looked at him again. She looked at him twice. I don't know if I can put the full video here because it's too long for me to upload. It's too long a BBNAIJA content for me to upload. If not, multi-choice is going to come for me. So she looked at him twice. The next thing, she laid down and she's stretching hand. Is it like, okay, wake up, or like what? See, at this point, we are just going to catch cruise with whatever we see in the head of house lounge this period. It's just going to be cruise period until maybe something happens or something serious happens. But for now, it's just going to be cruise all the way. I like the way Ozo is just going about the whole situation. He should just keep to his lane like that. Because, you know, the thing is, if he's the one that's doing that, stretching hand to touch down, to be as if, oh, he's trying to do one or two things, but let him just keep to his lane so that we don't hear stories. They don't send him home because of one thing or the other. Let him just maintain his lane like that. Even if he's throughout this head of house time that they're in the room, at least it's going to prove a point to her that maybe that's not what he's all about. Maybe, I don't know. But for me, that's the safest thing for him to do. So I'm done with NENGI and Ozo's matter. Let's now talk about what happened between Erica, Lucy, and KIDDWAYA. So Erica was just complaining a lot about the fact that Lucy said she don't want to work with KIDDWAYA.
And then you're complaining about someone else. Now, today, after complaining, did you perform on stage? No, you forgot your lines. So why are you complaining about another human being? Are you perfect?
Like when KIDDWAYA was complaining about not wanting to work with Lucy, KIDDWAYA and Tolani, but when they were saying it wasn't like they were dragging it or they were dragging the matter for too long. They just said, okay, that they didn't want to work with her because she's difficult to work with. And they didn't like say it to her face to make her look like feel uncomfortable or some kind of way. But this Lucy's one, it was just obvious the way she was just carrying herself, the way she was just acting. It was obvious that, okay, this guy is not somebody I want to work with. I know KIDDWAYA cannot dance, he cannot sing. Even when I saw this stuff yesterday, the selection, I was like, this one's, sorry, nothing on what, but that was just me saying based on the fact that, okay, they're not really strong in singing. But imagine the two people that now won. Ozo cannot sing, Trikiti cannot sing or anything. He cannot dance. Both of them cannot sing, they cannot dance. But they won because of what? Determination. So I know KIDDWAYA has that kind of determination. He's a very determined person. So if that they remove the bias from their minds and then they work towards it together like that, something would have come out of it. He gave so much more energy on stage than Lucy. What she was singing was not even like, she was missing her words to start with. Like, she knew that she flopped. That's why after everything, she now went and she was crying. Like, crying for what? You see Lucy, there's something I noticed about Lucy. Initially, that first time when she had an issue with NENGI and everything, I was like, okay, so I think that she's saying is true. Like, most of the time, what she's saying about some other people will be true. Like, when she called Erica to order, I was telling her that during her head of house reign, she was like power drunk and everything. She might be saying the truth though, but one thing that she fails to understand, or one thing that she fails to do, is to also give herself that moment of truth. Like, accept your fault. Lucy can never ever, like, to her, every other person is the problem. When there's a time Big Brother asked her a question like, do you think you are misunderstood? She was like, and that's the way. She doesn't think she's misunderstood. That if you want to understand her, you understand her. That they don't just want to understand her. Like, everybody doesn't want to understand you. Even your friend Prince, your friend Chikiti. Like, are you saying that all these other people don't want to understand you? Meaning that to her, she's like perfect, and every other person is just not understanding the kind of person she is. Like, the kind of person you are is troublesome. Even though I give her the reason I cut her some slack is because some of the things she says are true, but she doesn't go about it the right way. Even when it comes to all this cleaning, clean this, clean that, but the way she goes about it, nobody wants to be in that space where somebody will be telling you something in some kind of way and you do it. Nobody likes to hear those kind of things, and she fails to understand that every other person is different from herself. So she just makes everything complicated. Like this whole idea of, oh, every other person is the problem, why will you do this? Like she's always quick to call somebody else out except herself, and that's one very, very bad thing that somebody can have. Is it this idea of not being able to accept your fault? Even when Prince is having a conversation with her, telling her that, okay, so people are not after you, people are not trying to like come after you or attack you or anything, she's always like, when time I bring ideas, they don't take it. So when they're having those conversations, you notice that she's only trying to say that they don't understand, I mean, they don't just want to do it because she's the one, meaning that to her, she doesn't have a problem. I mean, she's just perfect or whatever it is. She doesn't have an issue, but every other person has the issue. Yesterday when Erica was talking about it, she was like, are you perfect or what? That she was not calling her other faults that she did in some other tasks. That like the babe is not perfect, so why should you be so mad about somebody not wanting to be in the same team with somebody to the extent that you now drag it and it will show in your attitude towards that person? Like, it doesn't make any sense. Even though I feel like at a point Erica was just saying things. The thing is that when Erica is not happy, she can say, talk, she will just say, even the one that is demeaning, the one that she will just say. Even that time she and Kid had issues, she will just say things that you just looking at her like, what is this girl saying at this point? So yesterday it was as if she was crying more than the bereaved, because KIDDWAYA was just taking it as if nothing. Whatever gives KIDDWAYA that kind of, the way he reacts, like, I need it to just be senseless about so many things. Like, he was just like, it's not an issue to him that, like, him and Lucy are not close. So however she feels about him is none of his business, like that. Like, it's not going to get to him. Like, it's not that personal, it's not that serious. Erica was not saying like, why would you allow somebody to disrespect you like that all the time? The way Erica was behaving yesterday is almost like, you know, when you're in a fight, I always use that as an example. You know, when you're in a fight with somebody, and to you it's not even that deep, you're quarreling with somebody, you're talking, the person's talking, there's somebody behind you, now be like, how will you allow that person to insult you like that? So now ginger you. But this one was not even working for KIDDWAYA. He said that's her, that he's not even bothered. That if it was Erica that said it, to get to him, because obviously he's close to Erica, so when she says something, it's going to get to him. But Lucy, they're not that close, so it's not that deep. See, Lucy, if there's anybody I'm learning some things from in this house, it's KIDDWAYA. Even some other housemates too, there are some things I learn from them, but I just like the way he's calm about situations, and it's not, it needs to be studied in schools. Then another thing that happened yesterday was Prince. Prince was very, very down. Like, after their Pepsi task, he was so down. He was just complaining. There was a point he was even crying. I think Chikiti was consoling him. Chikiti was just there talking about his own win. Like, he's not happy that he won. Chikiti was the wrongest person to go and console him, because he won now. So, like, I don't feel like you that won should be consoling me. It's easier if somebody that lost to with me, like, let's be sobbing, crying together, like we both lost and everything, not like the person that won the 1 million naira. To just make me sad. So Chikiti was consoling him, telling him that it's fine, it's good and all that. Then Prince now later went to complain to K0NJl about the situation, that he feels like every time they always pair him with people that might not bring in the same energy as him, and it's for tasks that he's good at. You know, Prince knows how to sing, he knows how to dance, but when it comes to those singing and dancing tasks, for some reason they just pair him with somebody that, like, might not really just might not just bring in so much energy. So this time around they paired him with NENGI, and I told you guys yesterday that when I watched this thing, it was as if most of the ladies were doing video vixen. They were just like dancing, they were not singing too much, and the task was judged based on teamwork. So that doesn't seem like teamwork. It seems like one person is singing, the other person is just there whining and dancing. Like, it's easy to whine and dance. They told both of them to learn the lyrics, learn the song, not to learn how to dance. So for NENGI's part, she was just dancing, and he already told her that, please, you need to bring in the energy, you need to bring in the chemistry. So it didn't seem like she put in her best. I know how NENGI is when she wants to do a task and do it very, very well. She wasn't looking like that in that task, and I'm sure that's what got to Prince. So the way NENGI was behaving, Prince was now trying to put in all the energy, like, okay, let's just get this. They already had a head start because they won the puzzle. So with those few extra points, they could have, like, you know, done better. although Ozo's team and Trikiti's team, they did so well. Like, it would have been hard to beat them. It would have been very, very hard to beat them. So maybe even if she even added more ginger self, she would have not, they would have not still won. But at least they would have known that, oh, they tried and everything. So I don't know, maybe she just didn't bring in her absolute best. I know that she has the drive and everything, but for that task yesterday, I wasn't really feeling them. Then the head of house stuff too that Prince lost, that one, just everything just added together. You know, he has just accepted now that he just has this near success syndrome, and every other thing is just seeming like it's true. Like, he finished winning head of house thing, no, I mean, he finished getting to the end, only for something to happen for him to now go back. It has never happened since this whole show started. Although I feel like when it comes to situations like this, if you accept that this is what it is, then it will keep coming. And that's just the way I reason things. Like, the fact that he already said it, like the second time he lost something, that this one that is near success syndrome. So it's almost like, oh, you've already said it, and maybe that's just the way it seems to be coming. Me, I will just rebuke, which near what? It's not me. I don't usually believe in, like, I failed twice, I failed 3 times, oh, then it's near success. Even though I get close, the moment you like believe and accept, feels like that's when to start happening. But I don't know, that's just me. So I just pray, I hope that he's going to win something. Okay, he already won something, but he doesn't know that he won. Although that one is pity winning. Pepsi announced, which website did they even posted? Let me just check. Yeah, so Pepsi posted on their Instagram page. They said, we've heard you Team Tiwa as winners of the Pepsi BB Turn Up Puzzle Challenge. Prince and Nengi also get an all-expense paid trip to the One Africa Music Fest, Dubai. I wish they can go in there and announce to him. Let him just know. Let him just, let him just calm down. Because, I really felt his pain yesterday, the way he was just complaining. Everybody will complain. It's easier for you to just lose and lose well. Like, all this head of house stats, once you get close like this, you now lose. They pay no. Then again, something happened. Burna Boy said somebody said, Oluwa Burna, I'm watching Neo and Erica tried. Burna Boy now came and said they did. Might have to hit them up to star in Onyeka video. Hey! It's not be smart thing. Like this. Erica has gotten a deal. Erica and Neo, they've gotten like a music deal. I like the way Neo looked like for his presentation. He was looking somehow like Burna Boy, like his dressing and everything was looking cool. So they really did well, So this one, I just talk, Mr. Twitter talk. At the end of the day, it might happen, it might not happen. But it's just cool that is already like promised to them and stuff, so it makes sense. So what happened yesterday night was like pretty calm, pretty like they were just doing their task, their stuff for their wager throughout the night. So I just said, let me even sleep before I will stay awake, and all I'll be seeing is people painting and stuff. Erica really knows how to paint. I noticed it when I watched the whole stuff. She really knows how to paint, so they're just doing more of their painting. Then today, since I've waited for them to like go in and perform their task. At the time of speaking and making this video, they've not gone in for their task. So hopefully when they finally go in, I'll bring the gist for you guys. Then Mike and Perry, they posted their delivery vlog. Apparently Perry gave birth in water. Just go and check out the video. They have a YouTube channel, Mike and Perry. That's the YouTube channel, Mike and Perry. So let me not just talk much about it, but I just wanted to point out that she gave birth in water, and she was in labor for 12 hours. Nah, ladies are trying. Ladies are really trying. Like, that shit is scary. It's a very, very scary stuff. So when they do their stuff, I'm going to come back and give you guys like the gist. Meanwhile, for the video that I showed you guys about Nengi and Ozo, somebody sent it to me. So Roxy Marshall tagged me that Nengi and Ozo's video, Regent _ only. That's her name on Twitter. She's the one that tagged me the video on Twitter. So I'm like, I see gist though, but I just did not make the video since. Well, if you're still here to this point, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and we'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, love you.